So first off, I saw the pilot. Really, really funny stuff. How was it shooting the pilot for you?
The shooting the pilot was very interesting because it's it was an hour-long pilot, and you don't always see that, and it was very interesting. It took a while, but in the end, it was worth it, and it was really fun to film the pilot. Lots of great scenes to film, and lots of cool effects that you get to work around. So it was really cool.
Talk about Alan. Who is Alan? Misunderstood Alan.
Who is Alan? I'll tell you who Alan is. Alan is kind of a misunderstood character who he's trying to impress his Uncle Horace. That's like one of the things he wants in life is to impress his Uncle Horace. But these boys come into the hospital, they have all this knowledge of comic book superheroes, and they end up impressing him more and more. So I'm kind of overshadowed by, by the boys because although I have superpowers, I'm just his nephew. I'm not. I think Alan tries to put his mind to something, but in the end he always kind of slacks into it. So he's kind of jealous of the boys. So he ends up trying to foil their plans and kind of be a villain sometimes, but then he tries to help them sometimes. It's very fun character to work around because I get to go back and forth.
Not really a villain, but he's definitely up to foiling their plans.
Definitely. That's a great explanation. Yeah, he's definitely up to foiling their plans, but he's not necessarily a villain just yet. But maybe in the upcoming episodes, we'll see.
Speaking of upcoming episodes, what can you tease about what's coming up for Alan and the crew?
Definitely some heavily focused episodes, but I'm not allowed to say too much yet. But I'll tell you, once you watch one episode, you will be hooked, and you'll want to see all the other episodes. Because I'll tell you something, this show is, it's so different than a lot of other shows you might see on, XD, and that's in a good way because, sometimes they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but this goes in a whole new direction, and it's great. It's awesome. I've watched a couple of the episodes, and I've been blown away, and I work on the show, so that's got to tell you something.
Absolutely. Now, what's your favorite part of playing Alan?
My favorite part of playing Alan is the fact that I might go on one episode and play a villain, and I'm trying to, rule the world, or I might go from trying to help them and, trying to get them to where they need to go. Or one episode I might just be totally wild and crazy and woo, just running around the hospital, breaking things, and that's, totally a cool character to play.
So it can be a surprise every time. You're like, I don't know which Alan is going to be today.
Exactly. But, Alan definitely has his character on which he shows a lot of the time, but there is, every episode or so you might see
a variety.
Yeah.
Cool deal. Now, this question I'm wondering, what do you hope the audience gets from Mighty Med?
I hope the audience. Well, one thing I hope the audience gets from Mighty Med is they can see, how cool this world is and how fun it is to kind of get a little peek inside the world of what if superheroes were real. And they did get hurt. What it would be like inside the hospital, it's definitely pretty cool because it's almost like you're seeing into this world of a little bit of reality, but for superheroes, but a little bit of sci-fi, and it's definitely really cool. And I also hope they see all the awesome effects and take away they see all the hard work too that was put into it because I'll tell you, you could see the hard work that was put into the show.
My last question for you. If you had the power to give a power to one of your castmates, what power would that be, and which castmates will get it?
I would give, if I could give a power to, if I could give the power to someone else, one of my castmates, probably give it to Bradley, and it would be for him to not be able to talk because I am sick of it. I'm just messing with you. That's a tough one. Maybe I would actually make Bradley a ATM so he can give me all this money.
Oh, there you go. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, there we go.
I want everyone to be at ATM. ATM everyone.
I can use, $100,000, thank you.
That sounds like a very practical plan, sir.